On October 10th, 2024, TikTok user Sarah uploaded a video titled POV in the bathroom when an exorcism starts next door. In the video, she describes how she heard screaming coming from a neighboring apartment and stepped outside to investigate. That's when she spotted a nun nearby and asked what was happening. According to the nun, they were in the middle of performing an exorcism on a teenage girl who, along with a friend, had used a Ouija board to contact two spirits. Soon after, the girl began vomiting a dark, soy-like substance and turned violent, attacking her friend. The situation grew so out of control that police were called and were even instructed to bring a straitjacket. The next clip shows what Sarah captured on camera. Take a look. She then went on to describe a heavy, unsettling feeling that lingered throughout her neighborhood, mentioning that incidents like this were uncommon in the area. Since then, there haven't been any new updates on the situation, but let me know what you make of this. Maggie Gann had always experienced odd occurrences in her home, doors opening or closing without reason, strange sounds echoing from the second floor, but she never gave them much serious thought. That changed the day she captured something truly unsettling on camera. While casually filming her cat Onyx, she focused on his usual playful behavior, wandering, flicking his tail, doing what cats do. Everything appeared completely normal, but later when Maggie reviewed the footage, something stood out. At one point in the video, Onyx is still sitting when his tail suddenly jerks sharply backward, yanked it seems, by something unseen. The cat immediately spins around, clearly startled, trying to figure out what touched him, but the room is empty. There's no one nearby, no object in reach, just open space. The clip, now viral, left viewers disturbed. Maggie watched it over and over, trying to find a logical explanation, but the movement didn't feel natural. It was sudden, strong, and deliberate, far too forceful to be just a random twitch. Given the strange history of the house, the video has only deepened the mystery. Whether it was an invisible force or an unexplained phenomenon, one thing is certain: Onyx reacted to something, and judging by the home's past activity, this may not be the last time Maggie captured something that defies explanation. This happened in Brazil and was uploaded by a TikTok user named G. Patello. What makes it especially intriguing is the complete lack of information surrounding it. There are no known reports, not even from Brazilian media. It's almost as if it slipped entirely under the radar. You might be wondering why that's so unusual, but once you see what was caught on camera, the reason becomes clear.
Kanała nie hulika kłygan, magam na nie hulika skam na wajie sypuje. Chcesz tak było? Chcesz tak było? Bo nam.
In addition to recording the instant his jet crashed in the Amazon rainforest, this man also documented what followed, showing him ready to break down.
Para chegar até vocês aí de alguma forma, alguma maneira aí, mas a gente tá aqui, Nossa Senhora, nosso Senhor Jesus Cristo e nosso Uricá aqui, tá? Então, para tranquilizar a família, que tá tudo bem, só estamos esperando o resgate aqui, tá? Obrigado, gente, reza por nós aí. Tem penou tudo isso aqui, tem penado.
He also demonstrated how the plane overturned when it crashed, but fortunately he lived until the very end. He also captured the instant that a rescue chopper arrived at their location, making this one of the more bizarre and horrifying movies anyone could have made. Please share your opinions about this video in the comment section. In this video, German Twitch streamer Quite Lola was talking about how the evening won't be ruined by terrible people, and right on cue, a creepy man emerges.
I think it's shitty to let our evening get ruined by people that are just beat.
Can I say hello to you?
Hi, sure.
Hello.
No, I hold it. You can say hello, but I hold it. No. Don't touch me, you. It's not a fucking joke. Don't touch me.
As you see, he noticed her streaming and made it clear he wants to be in the stream, and the nice streamer complies. What seemed like a friendly interaction turned into a horrifying incident as the man performs a disgusting act. It's truly horrifying to see what lengths these men go, knowing they're on camera. Imagine if they weren't. Scary to think about, huh? In 1999, a terrifying scene was caught on camera as China Airlines Flight 642 attempted to land during a typhoon. The aircraft, a McDonnell Douglas MD-11, was battling intense wind and heavy rain as it approached the runway. At first, the descent appeared routine, but in the final moments, disaster struck. The plane hit the runway with extreme force, a landing so hard that the aircraft's structure couldn't withstand the impact.
Let's see if you can make it. It's a bit shaky there.
It's a bit shaky.
Yeah. It's like
This guy's having a hard time.
Oh my god! It's crashed!
Oh my god.
Oh my god!
The force of the landing caused the aircraft to flip over, sliding violently across the runway in a devastating scene. Moments later, flames burst from the fuselage as emergency crews raced to the wreckage. Inside, chaos unfolded. Passengers struggled to escape the smoke-filled cabin, made even more difficult by the plane's upside-down position. Amazingly, 312 of the 315 people on board survived, though sadly, 3 lives were lost. Investigators later concluded the crash was primarily due to pilot error. The crew failed to reduce the dangerously high rate of descent just 50 feet above the ground, resulting in the catastrophic impact. This footage remains one of the most harrowing aviation disasters ever caught on film. Around 11 p.m. on December 6, 2016, Julio Perez accompanied his friend to a nearby convenience store, as he recounted online 2 days later. His friend was hesitant to go alone due to the area's known lack of safety after dark. After spending some time at the store and grabbing dinner at Carl's Jr., Julio bid farewell to his friend. However, moments after leaving the parking lot, a red car emerged and began tailing him on his route home. Alarmingly, upon reaching a stop sign, the red Chrysler maneuvered to block Julio's path.
Hit me up tomorrow then. Later. Always. Don't play that shit.
Given the circumstances, Julio displayed remarkably swift reactions. Upon noticing someone about to exit the red car, he promptly shifted into reverse and adeptly maneuvered away. However, the persistence of the red car's driver proved relentless as they continued to closely pursue Julio.
It is, man. Wait for me. Man, what the you doing, dude?
At a critical juncture in the pursuit, the assailants hurled an unidentified object at Julio's car in an attempt to force him to halt. It was then that he made the decision to dial 911 for assistance.
911. 911. Hey, man.
911 emergency.
Hey, there's a car following me. He's throwing at me. I'm on Lomas going eastbound, and he's I don't know what he's doing, man.
Okay, Lomas, and what's the closest cross street to
Right
you?
now, San Pedro. It's a red light. Holy I mean, they're I don't know what they're trying to do, man. Oh my God, man.
Do you see what it looks like?
It's a red Chrysler 300. Holy cow.
Are they still throwing things?
They're just right behind me. I don't know what they're doing, man.
While the 911 operator was likely dispatching units as they conversed, the arrival of officers would have taken at least a few minutes, posing an imminent threat to Julio's safety. Fortunately, while on the phone with the dispatcher, he spotted a police car, halted at a traffic light, and urgently pleaded for assistance.
They're right behind me. I don't know what the hell is going on. Oh, there's a cop right next to me. This guy right behind me. Hold on. Hey, this guy
Are
right
you
here.
still there?
This guy right here. Holy. The cops are going
Is
after
the
him right
officer
now.
there with you?
No, he just went on a high-speed car chase. Holy cow.
Okay, hang on with me. Hang on.
I'm with I just followed a police officer right now. I'm not sure what the hell just happened, man. How you doing, man? I'm with the 911 operator right now. Listen, I don't know what happened. I pulled out. I was gonna go get some food right there on Central. And then all of a sudden, this car just pulled up right in front of me. I thought they were gonna carjack me or something, man. Okay. And they started to get out. I put it in reverse, and I just got the hell up out of there and went down towards San Pedro and Central.
Did you get a plate number? I wasn't able to get it.
Man, I was... Hell
That's
no.
okay, that's fine. Like I said,
I got it on camera, though, bro.
Do you have it on camera?
Yeah.
Unfortunately, the suspect managed to elude the officer during the high-speed chase, leaving his intentions that night unconfirmed. However, judging by his behavior, it is highly likely that it was an attempted carjacking. If the officer hadn't been in the right place at the right time, Julio would have been left alone at the red light, vulnerable to the attacker. Neither the officer nor Julio could obtain the red Chrysler's license plate, preventing the Albuquerque Police Department from pursuing the matter further. This suggests that the suspect likely continued preying on other victims on the road. When jealousy and betrayal spiral out of control, the results can be chilling. Security footage from inside a shopping mall captures a moment that shows just how dangerous those emotions can become. In the video, what begins as an ordinary day quickly takes a dark turn, revealing the terrifying lengths someone will go when driven by obsession and rage. On February 4th, 2025, a disturbing act of arson unfolded inside a shopping mall in Campos dos Goitacazes, Rio de Janeiro. Security cameras captured a 33-year-old woman dressed in beige pants, a black shirt, and a cap, walking calmly through the corridor with a backpack. She entered a specific store, poured gasoline across the merchandise, and set it on fire. At the time, 3 people were inside. The store owner managed to escape after spotting the woman moments before, while a couple sustained injuries in the chaos. Elsewhere in the mall, a 78-year-old man inhaled smoke and was hospitalized in critical condition. The fire spread quickly, damaging about 10 nearby stores and forcing the closure of the mall's upper floor. Investigators later revealed the motive: revenge. The suspect believed the store owner had been involved in an affair with her husband. Police confirmed the women knew each other, and weeks earlier, the suspect had made explicit threats, vowing to set the store ablaze and tracked down the owner no matter where she was. Witnesses said she loitered outside the shop before launching the attack. After several days on the run, she was located in Grande Vitoria, Espirito Santo, and arrested on February 10th. She now faces serious charges including attempted murder and arson with intent to endanger her life, and will be transferred to Campos dos Goitacazes for interrogation before being formally imprisoned. This surveillance footage was recorded in February 4th, 2024 in Tula, a city in the Mexican state of Hidalgo. At first glance, the scene appears to show a typical gas station, but something unusual is immediately noticeable. In the distance, a thick white cloud-like substance hangs in the air, enveloping part of the area and surrounding several vehicles. It's a Near East site, and for those who recognize what it means, they know exactly what was coming next. Watch closely. The white cloud-like substance seen in the footage was later confirmed to be leaking gas, and what followed was a devastating explosion. Several people can be seen fleeing the area, but tragically, 2 individuals who were closest to the blast did not survive. The aftermath was catastrophic. More than a dozen vehicles were completely destroyed by fire, and the surrounding area was left looking like a scorched wasteland. Mexican media was quick to highlight that this wasn't an isolated incident. A similar explosion in 2019 claimed the lives of 139 people, underscoring the ongoing danger of gas leaks in the region. In this video, a father hoping to make his son's birthday unforgettable ends up unknowingly capturing the tragic final moments of his life. Filmed somewhere in India, the footage begins with a joyful celebration. Family and friends gathered, music playing, and the atmosphere full of excitement. The father, caught up in the moment, is seen holding a weapon, possibly as part of a cultural tradition or simply as a festive gesture. Smiling, he hands the firearm to his young son. What's meant to be a lighthearted act draws no concern from those around them. The youngster, unaware of the danger, holds the weapon innocently, but in a single devastating instant, everything changes. The young one unknowingly pulls the trigger and a deafening gunshot rings out. Chaos instantly erupts. The father collapses, shot at point-blank range. Screams fill the room as people rush to help, but it's already too late. The bullet struck with deadly accuracy. What began as a joyful birthday celebration turns into a heartbreaking tragedy, leaving the family devastated and forever changed. Unfortunately, I couldn't track down the original source of this video, but that only adds to its unsettling nature. It ties directly into the well-known Japanese urban legend of Hanako. While there are many versions of the story, they all share a common thread. Hanako's life ended in a school bathroom, and ever since, students have dared each other to summon her. In this video, that's exactly what they attempt. Take a look. In case you missed it, right as they turn to run, you can spot a pale face staring back at them. The moment they see it, they take off without a second thought. One thing's for sure, summoning this spirit is definitely not something you want to try. But what do you think? Videos featuring stunt performers and massive crocodilians are always tough to watch. In this clip, it starts with a man holding out a chicken attempting to feed a seemingly still reptile lurking just beneath the surface.
Yeah, I told you guys it might be his last appearance.
Out of nowhere, the crocodile lunges with shocking speed, jaw snapping as it charges forward. The man stumbles back in panic, tripping as he tries to retreat. Now flat on the ground, he frantically scrambles away, trying to put distance between himself and the powerful predator. Crocodilians often appear sluggish, lulling people into a false sense of security, but their slow movements are misleading. As cold-blooded animals, they conserve energy until the moment strikes. Then they move with explosive speed, precision. As the man struggles to back away, another trainer quickly steps in, placing himself between the crocodile and the fallen man. A second trainer distracts the animal, pulling its focus long enough for the man to regain his footing and make a quick escape. Deep in the Alaskan wilderness, a hunter ventured out to film his surroundings, unaware that he was about to record something truly bizarre. The video begins like any typical hunting trip. Vast, snow-covered ground stretches out in all directions, with thick forests lining the horizon. The hunter walks carefully, scanning the landscape, while his dog roams a few steps ahead. Then, something changes. The dog suddenly freezes, ears upright and body rigid. A low growl rumbles from its throat as it stares into the tree line, refusing to move forward. Puzzled, the hunter follows his dog's gaze and slowly pans the camera in that direction, and that's when he sees it.
Jake. I don't know what he's barking at. I think he sees something back here. What are you barking at? Holy!
A tall, gray humanoid figure emerges from between the trees. Its movements are jerky, unnatural, almost glitching, as if it doesn't quite belong in this world. The being is unnervingly thin, with elongated limbs and a presence that feels completely out of place. The hunter barely has a moment to register what he's seeing before the figure disappears back into the forest. In a panic, he calls out to his dog, who remains frozen, clearly shaken and refusing to budge. Only after several 10 seconds does the dog finally retreat, visibly disturbed. The hunter scans the area again, but the figure is gone. The footage has sparked intense debate. Was it a cryptid, a supernatural entity, or something even more unexplainable? The following video was recorded on July 15, 2020 by a man driving through what appears to be a peaceful neighborhood in Chile. Captured via dashcam, the footage shows a calm, sunny day, and at first glance, everything seems perfectly ordinary, but as with most clips featured on this channel, things take a sudden and unexpected turn, and what the man does next is truly shocking.
Entonces ahí, bueno, ese es un regalo sin duda bastante especial. Y ahora por otra parte la familia Pence, que no es una familia que tenga menos dinero, no sé si menos, pero pobres no son, digamos, filipenses no están pasando con esto del COVID. A las ollas comunes no hay. Bueno, ellos, como él la novia,
As the man approaches a stop sign, he notices a small car suddenly trying to block his path. At first, it seems odd, just a moment of confusion until the back door swings open and a masked individual steps out, wielding a hammer. Instantly realizing what's happening, the man slams the gas pedal, accelerating just in time to force the attacker back into the car. His quick thinking likely saved his life, and it clearly startled the would-be robbers, who made no attempt to chase after it. Sometimes, chasing the perfect photo can have terrifying consequences. On December 7, 2024, a Chinese tourist in Sri Lanka found this out firsthand. While riding a moving train, she leaned out of the open door, hoping to snap a stunning shot with the sunset behind her. Focused on capturing the moment, she didn't realize the immediate danger approaching. What was meant to be a picturesque scene quickly spiraled into a nightmare. Footage captured by her friend shows the tourist leaning dramatically out of the train, her white dress fluttering in the wind until a tree branch slams into her head, sending her hurtling off the moving carriage. Miraculously, she survived with only minor injuries, thanks to the thick bushes that cushioned her fall. Local police later confirmed just how close the call had been and issued a warning to travelers about the dangers of such behavior. Sri Lanka's iconic train routes, especially the stretch between Colombo and Gali, are known for their breathtaking ocean views and palm-lined tracks. But what was once a peaceful scenic ride has become increasingly hazardous as thrill-seeking tourists risk their lives for social media photos, with some of those attempts ending in tragedy. The next clip features a chilling piece of cockpit audio capturing the final moments before Flying Tiger Line Flight 66 tragically crashed into a hillside during its final approach to Kuala Lumpur in 1989. The aircraft, a Boeing 747 cargo plane, was close to completing its journey when disaster struck. In the recording, the flight crew can be heard communicating with air traffic control, but there's a noticeable tension in their voices, hinting that something isn't right.
So you got the ILS there, right? Yeah. I'm going to put you on 14.7. That'll give you... Whoa, up! Whoa, up! Whoa, up! Whoa, up! Whoa, up! Oh, I got 100 feet on the...
As the plane nears the airport, the pilots make a critical mistake. They fail to follow the correct instrument approach procedure. Instead of maintaining the proper glide path, the aircraft descends too low too quickly. Air traffic control issues warnings, but the crew doesn't take action in time. Final moments, panic erupts in the cockpit. Confusion takes over as warning alarms begin to blare, signaling that impact is near. Realizing the danger too late, the pilots make a last-ditch effort to pull up and correct course, but it's no use. Seconds later, the massive Boeing 747 crashes into a hillside. The explosion that follows consumes the wreckage in flames, leaving no survivors. All 4 crew members lose their lives. Investigators would later conclude that the crash was caused by pilot error, specifically poor situational awareness and a breakdown in crew communication. The audio recording from that day remains a chilling reminder of how even small errors in the air can have tragic, irreversible consequences. In South Africa, a woman recently had a disturbing experience after purchasing a loaf of bread. A video captures the moment she pulls the loaf out, only to reveal that something is seriously wrong. Take a look. As she opens the loaf, she discovers what looks like the remains of a rat baked right into the bread. The video shows her visibly shocked, pointing out the clear outline of the rodent inside the loaf. The disturbing footage has gone viral on social media, sparking outrage and concern over hygiene and quality control at the bakery. Although the brand or exact bakery hasn't been identified yet, the incident serves as a troubling reminder for shoppers to be cautious about the products they bring home. This next clip was shared by a user named Felicia. She was outside simply playing with her dog when she claimed she suddenly heard someone whisper directly into her ear. What makes it even more unsettling is that the moment was caught on her home security camera. I'll show you the full video. Just make sure to watch the curtain next to her closely. You might have missed it the first time. Just before she screams, there's a faint voice that says, "Get out." I'll replay the clip with the audio enhanced so you can hear it more clearly. It's obvious she was genuinely shaken by the experience, but as always, I'm curious to hear your thoughts. What do you think really happened? In September 2014, a tragic incident unfolded at the Delhi Zoo when a man leapt into the tiger enclosure, turning an otherwise normal day into a nightmare. The chilling footage captures his final moments as he stands inside the enclosure, clearly distressed and disoriented. Bystanders quickly gather, shouting and waving frantically in an effort to draw the attention of a massive white tiger that's now fixated on the intruder. But the man has nowhere to go. He's trapped in the predator's domain. At first, the tiger approaches slowly, almost cautiously, as if unsure of the situation. Some witnesses even claim the animal appeared more curious than hostile at first. The man crouches near the wall, raising his arms, perhaps to signal for help or to appear less threatening, but then everything changes. In an instant, the tiger acts on instinct, lunging forward and seizing the man with its powerful jaws. The crowd erupts into screams as the brutal scene unfolds. Despite their desperate cries, no one can intervene in time. By the time zoo staff arrive, the attack is already over. The man is dead. The shocking footage remains a haunting reminder how quickly nature can turn deadly and the devastating consequences of crossing its boundaries. This video comes from Briscoe Park, a solar photographer known for traveling the world and capturing eerie, almost otherworldly locations. But after he posted one of his latest videos, viewers noticed something strange. He appeared to be followed throughout the footage. Early on in the video, he captures this unsettling moment. Take a look. Not only does he catch a chilling scream in the distance, but sharp-eyed viewers also spotted glowing eyes tracking him throughout the video. Then, near the end, something clearly startles him. He bolts out of the house, and that's when he captures this. You probably missed it the first time, so here it is again. Slow down. As he turns the camera, you can clearly see someone staring at him from the window. As he rushes out of the house, there is a moment that's hard to explain. If you look closely to the right side of the screen, you'll notice a figure, someone or something sitting there. It's subtle, but definitely unsettling. What are your thoughts? Angela was home alone with her baby. The house was quiet, eerily so, except for the occasional creak of the floorboards and the soft static of the baby monitor. After a long evening, she had finally managed to get her child to sleep, but something about the night felt off. Earlier, her baby had spent an unusually long time staring into the corner of the nursery. It was just an ordinary spot, nothing there but a blank wall. Still, the baby's intense gaze didn't waver, as if following something only they could see. Angela tried to brush it off. She'd heard that infants sometimes fixate on empty spaces, but this felt different. The way her child's eyes tracked that corner with eerie focus left her unsettled. By the time the baby drifted off, Angela was exhausted, mentally and emotionally. She convinced herself it was just her imagination running wild, but the night wasn't over. Around 1 a.m., her phone buzzed, breaking the uneasy silence. It was a motion alert from her home security system. Someone had been detected on the back patio. Her heart began to race. Living alone with the baby, her thoughts immediately jumped to the worst, an intruder. She opened the security app, bracing herself for something minor, maybe an animal, but what appeared on the screen made her blood run cold. The security footage showed something Angela could barely comprehend, a faint, ghostly figure of a young girl standing outside the patio door. Her form was translucent, still and eerily calm, as if she were waiting for someone or something. Angela stared in frozen silence as the figure slowly faded, dissolving into the night like smoke disappearing into the wind. The way it vanished was too smooth, too deliberate, nothing like a camera glitch or reflection. It was clear this wasn't a trick of the light. Something had been there. Her mind raced back to her baby's behavior earlier that night. The intense, unwavering gaze into the corner of the room. Could this apparition have been the reason? Had it already been inside her home, unnoticed by her, but sensed by her child? Overwhelmed by fear, Angela knew she had to rule out any logical explanations. She recreated the scene herself, standing in the exact spot where the figure had appeared on camera, but the comparison only deepened her dread. Her image showed up completely normal, solid, clear, and without the eerie translucence seen in the original footage. Even the background remained undistorted. The test left her with one chilling realization: whatever had appeared that night wasn't human. Hoping for answers, Angela shared the video online. Responses poured in, some skeptical, others claiming it was supernatural. But the most disturbing theories suggested the figure was something darker, something with intent, trying to find its way into Angela's life. Despite the varying opinions, Angela couldn't shake the feeling that what she saw was real. Her baby's strange behavior now felt like a warning, an alert to something she hadn't been able to see herself. To this day, Angela has no clear explanation for what visited her that night, but she knows one thing for certain: it wasn't just her imagination. On September 20th in Pune, Maharashtra, a garbage truck suddenly plunged into a sinkhole near the city post office, startling nearby residents. Locals quickly rushed to the scene as the vehicle began to sink. Fortunately, the driver managed to escape just in time, thanks to a quick-thinking bystander who helped pull him to safety. On June 1st, 2024, officers were called to a local bar after reports came in about a couple behaving aggressively. What seemed like a standard response to a public disturbance quickly escalated into something far more unexpected. Watch closely to see how it all unfolds.
Sit down. Hey, let's go.
Hey, don't touch me.
Back up.
Stop.
I don't care where you're from. Sit down.
Stop.
Sit down somewhere.
Just sit.
Sit down.
It's fine, please.
It's not fine.
He got. What do you mean it's not fine, motherfucker?
You find the ID.
You don't show us a
ID.
Show us
I am. Alright.
It's
fine. Please just leave me alone. I have my. Alright,
What are you gonna do?
Keep on.
What are you gonna do?
Keep on.
Stop.
Oh, I can't arrest you.
Alright, look,
I
just
can't
stop.
arrest you.
Leave him alone. Stop. You're good. You're good.
For
You're
what?
good. This is why you don't drink. Stop.
For what?
Stop.
Alright, show him.
That's
For
it.
what?
The woman is insisting it's fine. However, her husband's attitude tells a completely different story.
That's
For
it.
what?
That's it. You don't even know. It's okay.
Because I know the legal
Just stop.
fucking
Just stop. We're on a cruise. You cannot get arrested right now.
What can you
Stop. Please stop.
Don't
Oh my God. Alright, just stop. Just leave it alone. Don't listen to him.
dumbass.
Can you stop?
That's not the way it works. Yeah, it does, dumbass.
Stop! You're gonna go to jail and then what? I'm gonna get alone on the cruise.
placed in
Alright, stop! You're gonna get arrested and I have to go alone on the cruise. Please stop! Stop! We're on a cruise! You cannot get arrested. Then what? You're gonna be in the Bahamas. Stop!
They can't arrest me.
They're gonna arrest you for that.
Another officer arrives and talks with a witness.
And they got, they came in, they got some beer, and they were okay. They were okay talking, and then he's like, I'm from Peru, I want to fight. And he says that he will fight here first. And then I said, no, you cannot fight here. So he went to the bathroom, and on the way back, he just went to the kitchen, and he grabbed him like this. And he's like, I want to fight.
Okay.
And then we just said, stop. And then she came in, I called police.
Did you see him grab him?
I didn't see, but both of them, they saw. I mean, he saw, and he was in the kitchen. He just came in.
I was in here, he just come and he out.
So he came.
He came like this way. He was working, and he grabbed him. He's like, I want to fight.
It gets bad for the husband as his heinous act was caught on video. The distressed woman expresses her concerns about potentially getting on the cruise ship alone.
And the guy like went like this and said like he like wiped his hand away, and so it set him off. But please, I'm asking of you, my kids are home with my parents and I'm on a cruise. Please let us walk out and that's it. I'm begging of you.
Ma'am, that's up to him.
Huh?
Ma'am, that's up to him.
Yeah.
Huh?
That's up to him.
And the attitude he's been given so far.
Because
Right.
if he were
Okay, just stop.
hold on.
If you act good, we're leaving. Just stop.
Talk to me.
Please, I'm begging of you. We have our kids at home.
Talk to me real quick. Here's the problem.
We did a pub crawl, and it's just like the guy set him off, and that's it. I'm begging you. All right, babe. Okay, I'm talking to him to stop.
His attitude is going to indicate a continuation if he leaves.
I know. No, we're leaving. We're going back to the cruise. We're fine.
If you guys leave here, go back to the. If I get called on him again, he's going to jail.
Right. That's fine.
There's.
Okay, so look.
We gotta figure out what else to do. Sit down.
We're not done yet.
Sit down.
Sit. He's good.
I'm saying thank you. I want you to sit down. You can say thank you after we're done. Sit down.
Same thing. We're not done yet.
Sit down. We're not done yet.
Sit down, please.
It's now time to cuff the husband. This should go over smoothly, right? Wrong.
No.
Yeah, I just changed. He's going on disorderly.
Okay.
Let's go.
All right.
Thank you. You see?
All right. Stand up.
No, please stop. No, don't do that.
You better let go of me. Let go of me. Now.
Let go. Let go. Let go.
I cannot believe this.
You're about to get seriously injured. You better let go of my collar.
Babe, you did this yourself.
Stand back.
No.
Let go.
Babe, stop.
Put your hands behind your back or you're going to get tasered.
Babe, stop.
Put your hands behind your back or you're getting tasered. I said okay.
Okay, like what?
I said okay.
I told you.
I said okay.
I told you that I have to go back to the by myself.
Better quit pulling away.
Stop.
I cannot believe it.
Stop.
I said a bit.
I cannot believe it. Cannot believe it.
I said okay.
I cannot believe it.
Probably all night.
I'm going to shoot.
I cannot believe you.
The husband loses his mind trying to smash the car windows and cursing up a storm.
You have to give me a reason. You keep hitting my window like that, I'm going to end up shackling you.
I don't give a
No,
I get to talk to my girl. I get to talk
Move your foot.
show my hand. I don't care if you break my I will not be able to Let me talk to her.
Mr. Bedrigal faced multiple charges, including felony battery, felony resisting an officer, trespassing, and disorderly conduct. This video is dashcam footage recorded in Thailand on February 15, 2017. At first glance, it appears completely ordinary. A person driving down a quiet road with nothing out of the ordinary in sight. And that's exactly what makes the footage so disturbing. The moment that follows happens so suddenly, so without warning, that no one could possibly react in time. The driver appeared to be moving slightly faster than the surrounding traffic, around 70 miles per hour, but that likely made little difference in what was about to unfold. Without warning, a large truck traveling in the opposite direction lost control and swerved into oncoming lanes. Tragically, the driver had no time to react and ended up directly in the path of the out-of-control vehicle. The collision was so intense that it ripped the dashcam from inside the car, sending it flying through the air. The camera continued to roll as it landed and tumbled across the road, capturing the aftermath from a distance. On the evening of November 2nd, 2024, TikTok user Rudico0 uploaded a video capturing a disturbing incident that had been unfolding in his home. Determined to document what he believed were unexplained occurrences, Rudico began filming to show his audience the strange activity he'd been experiencing. As he moves from room to room, an unsettling tension begins to build. At first, it's subtle, barely noticeable, but soon faint knocking noises can be heard echoing through the house, their origin unclear. With each step, the feeling of unease deepens, hinting that something isn't quite right with the home. At first, the knocking is soft and sporadic, easy to dismiss if you're not paying close attention. But as the video continues, the sounds grow louder, more intentional, as if whatever's behind them wants to be heard. Then without warning, a door somewhere in the house slams shut with violent force. The noise reverberates through the halls like a sudden crack of thunder, leaving no doubt that something is there. The sudden explosive noise shatters whatever composure Rudico had left. Panic takes over and the video turns chaotic. The camera shakes violently as he races through the house, his movements frantic and disoriented. His heavy breathing fills the audio, accompanied by the soft creaks of the home settling. Then an eerie silence thick with tension, as if something could break through it at any second. The video ends abruptly, offering no answers, no closure. Since that night, Rudico has provided no follow-up, leaving viewers with nothing but speculation. Did he discover what caused the disturbance? Did things escalate, forcing him to leave? Or has he simply chosen to stay silent, unable or unwilling to relive the fear that night left behind? The mystery remains, and the silence speaks louder than any explanation ever could. This next video comes from a user named Critter3791. After hearing strange sounds coming from the sky above her home in Dallas, she began to notice what sounded like distant trumpets. These eerie sky noises are sometimes linked to skyquakes, or even the 7 trumpets mentioned in the Book of Revelation. One important detail: she doesn't live anywhere near train tracks. Observe.
Holy shit, what the hell is that? Did y'all hear that? Did y'all see that? God, I hope I got that on camera. What is that noise? Stop recording. If it's coming from the sky, then you know it's coming from God. So there's really nothing to be scared of.
This was posted shortly before Hurricane Helen hit, and many of her followers believed it might have been a warning of what was coming. At first, it seemed like it could have just been a strange coincidence, until I saw a photo that started circulating online. Take a close look at the center of the storm. This next video shows a bizarre sight, a boat completely filled with water, yet somehow still floating with 3 people riding in it. Observe. In the footage, the boat appears completely submerged with the water level right up to its edges, yet it refuses to sink. Despite being waterlogged, it stays afloat, holding all 3 passengers as they sit calmly inside. This unusual scene is likely thanks to the boat's design, which includes built-in buoyant materials that keep it from going under, even when flooded. It's a fascinating display of how clever engineering can defy expectations in the most surprising situations. Laura Mintz, a veteran paranormal investigator, headed out on another eerie mission, this time with his partner Chelsea, planning a winter camping trip deep in the mountains. Known locally for a dark reputation, people whispered about the place saying it was cursed. Their goal was simple: spend the night, document anything strange, and try to connect with whatever might be out there. But from the moment they stepped into the forest, something felt off. The woods were silent, no birds, no crunch of animals moving through brush, just a stillness that felt too heavy to be natural. A freezing wind whipped through the trees, biting at their skin, but the cool that crept in wasn't just from the weather. It felt like they were being watched. Still, they kept going. The deeper they hiked, the more the air seemed to push back. The wind began to carry strange sounds, whispers that didn't belong, voices faint and scattered, slipping through the trees. Then, hidden in the thick woods, they found something they never expected.
I see something.
What? What the hell? Oh my God, I see that too.
Yeah. What is that? Heck?
Yo, it looks like an old cabin or something.
Yeah, it's like a makeshift little hut. Could be someone's like hunting cabin.
Careful. I'm always scared it's
like,
gonna get... These things are booby trapped.
I'm gonna go from the other way.
What is it?
I don't know. Kind of looks like an animal trap. A little hut. Why here though?
Tucked deep in the forest, they came across a small collapsing structure, something that looked like an old hunting shelter, long forgotten and overtaken by the woods. The place gave off a feeling they couldn't shake. Unease settled over them like a weight, but they blamed it on fatigue from the long hike. Then they set up their spirit communication gear. Almost immediately, the devices came to life. Static filled the air, followed by broken whispers, faint words they couldn't fully make out, but the tone alone was enough to raise the hairs on their necks. And then came the moment that froze them both in place, a single, clear message that cut through the static and left no room for doubt. Something was there, and it was aware of them.
It just said they placed a curse.
They placed a curse?
That's what it just said. They placed a curse. I don't blame them. Stolen land. If someone came in and stole my land that I worked really hard to find and to build a whole community, and then someone stole it, I would place a curse too.
They placed a curse. The words cut through the static and hit them like a gut punch. In that moment, everything shifted. This wasn't just a wandering spirit or a lingering energy. Whatever haunted this place was tied to the land itself, something ancient, and it wanted them gone. Then came the silence, long, heavy, suffocating. That's when the scream tore through the night. It was distant, yet somehow right beside them, shrill and guttural all at once. Like nothing either of them had ever heard before. They didn't wait to investigate. Hearts pounding, they turned and ran. When they made it back to camp, their worst fears were waiting.
I just saw a shadow in her tent.
Could it have been the tent itself?
Nope, that was a shadow. That looked like a person.
Are you at the chicken drum?
Are you by her tent? That looked like a person going into the tent. I saw the arm.
My name is Chelsea, and this is Lamar.
It does feel very indigenous here though.
It does.
Just has that vibe.
The campsite was a mess. Their gear was scattered across the snow like something had torn through it. The tent's entrance hung open, swaying gently in the cold wind, but what truly unsettled them, there were no footprints, no broken branches, no sign that anyone or anything had been there. Just the feeling, a heavy, pressing sense that they weren't alone, that something was still watching. As the first light of dawn stretched across the treetops, they packed up in silence. No one spoke. The forest had made itself clear. They weren't welcome. Whatever was out there hadn't left. It was tied to the land, bound to the wilderness, and it would be waiting for whoever came next. Deep in the heart of a remote forest, a man and his family lived in near total isolation, their cabin surrounded by miles of thick, shadowy woodland. While their lifestyle offered peace and solitude, it also carried a constant undercurrent of unease. After a string of strange and unsettling events on the property, the man decided to start documenting everything. Driven by a growing sense of dread, he installed surveillance cameras around the cabin, hoping to catch whatever was behind the mysterious disturbances. For a while, the footage revealed nothing unusual, just the usual sway of branches and the quiet stillness of the woods at night. But then one evening, the camera mounted to a nearby tree picked up something no one could have expected. From the depths of the forest darkness, a pale gray figure began to emerge. Its shape was nothing short of terrifying, grotesquely unnatural, as if it had stepped straight out of a nightmare. The figure's long, spindly arms reached forward in an unnatural stretch, and as the man watched the footage, a wave of dread washed over him. This was no animal. It didn't move like one, and it didn't resemble anything he'd ever encountered in the wilderness. 5 days later, another emotion alert came through. With a sinking feeling, the man opened the footage, hoping the previous sighting had been some kind of error. But what appeared on the screen this time was even more disturbing. The creature was back, and the camera captured it with chilling clarity as it slithered silently among the trees, a twisted figure skulking just beyond the cabin's edge. The figure emerged again from the forest's pitch-black depths, moving with slow, calculated steps, as if fully aware it was being watched. Its skin, a pale, sickly gray, shimmered faintly under the minimal light, and its unnaturally long limbs twisted and swayed with every motion. It crept closer to the cabin, its presence radiating something deeply wrong. As the man watched the footage, a chill ran down his spine. His instincts screamed this was no animal, and it certainly wasn't human. Whatever this thing was, it defied all logic. Its grotesque proportions and unnatural movements gave it a nightmarish presence that clung to the back of his mind long after the footage had ended. Fireworks are often associated with celebration and fun, but when combined with volatile elements, like the methane buildup in a sewer, they can turn deadly in an instant. This video captures exactly how that danger plays out, serving as a stark reminder that mixing fireworks with unpredictable environments can lead to explosive and disastrous results. On January 30th, 2025, in Zhejiang, Sichuan, China, a young boy unknowingly triggered a massive explosion after launching fireworks into a sewer. The blast ignited built-up methane gas, sending vehicles flying and causing serious damage to several luxury cars, including a Porsche, BMW, and Audi. The total damage was estimated at around 285,000 yen, approximately $38,900, placing a heavy financial strain on the boy's family. Miraculously, he was unharmed. Police located him an hour later and brought him and his parents in for questioning. While authorities haven't confirmed what penalties may follow, legal experts suggest the family might argue reduced liability by pointing to poor sewer maintenance. There is also speculation that a nearby restaurant, which allegedly told customers to park on the lawn near the blast site, could bear some responsibility. In a public show of remorse, the boy's grandmother posted a tearful video online, blaming herself and pleading for understanding from the public. Here's another example of how fast someone can lose their belongings on the subway when they're not paying attention. In this case, the man already looks suspicious, pretending to nod off while subtly keeping his eyes locked on his target. The moment the train doors slide open, he makes his move. This incident took place in Hungary, and you can't help but feel for the woman who just had her phone stolen right in front of her without even realizing it. Snow can transform entire landscapes into serene, picture-perfect scenes, but beneath its quiet beauty lurks a deadly force many are all too familiar with: avalanches. These massive, sudden slides of snow can be triggered with a little warning, burying everything in their path and turning peaceful mountainsides into scenes of chaos in seconds. January 4th, 2025, a powerful avalanche thundered down State Route 210 in Little Cottonwood Canyon, Utah, cutting off roads and trapping visitors in the area. Roughly 5 inches of rapid snowfall contributed to the slide, intensifying an already high-risk situation brought on by an ongoing snowstorm. Authorities have been monitoring the region closely, and thanks to an advanced alert system, the Utah Department of Transportation was able to shut down the highway just minutes before the avalanche hit, likely preventing a major tragedy. Although no injuries or missing persons were reported, the sight of the avalanche engulfing the road stands as a stark reminder how dangerous and unpredictable winter in the mountains can be. On January 15th, 2023, Yeti Airlines Flight 691 was making what should have been a routine domestic flight from Kathmandu to the newly inaugurated Pokhara International Airport. The ATR-72 aircraft soared over the breathtaking landscapes of Pokhara, a city cradled in the foothills of the Himalayas. From above, everything looked peaceful. The rolling terrain, the clear skies, the descent appeared smooth, almost dreamlike. But that calm was only an illusion. Footage from the flight shows the aircraft approaching the runway, everything seemingly normal. Among the passengers was a man named Sonu Jaiswal, who was live streaming the descent from inside the cabin, capturing what looked like an ordinary landing. Then, without warning, the calm was shattered. In an instant, the smooth descent turned into utter chaos. The plane veered violently, and the peaceful scene transformed into one of terror. What followed became one of Nepal's most devastating aviation tragedies. The aircraft suddenly banks hard to the left, an abrupt, unnatural turn that immediately signals something had gone horribly wrong. This sharp tilt marks the beginning of a deadly chain of events. The video captures the horrifying sequence, with passengers unaware of the mechanical failure rapidly unfolding beneath them. Just 65 meters from its intended runway, the plane crashes violently near the Seti Gandaki River, bringing its journey to a tragic and abrupt end. The recording cuts out in an instant, leaving behind a chilling silence, one that echoes the fate of all those on board. board. The crash claimed the lives of all 72 passengers and crew, becoming one of the most catastrophic aviation disasters in Nepal's history. The aftermath was devastating. The wreckage was strewn along the riverbank, the scene marked by twisted metal and unspeakable loss. Rescue teams faced a grim reality, recovering bodies, many burned beyond recognition. Families were left broken, their grief deepened by the haunting final moments captured on camera. Investigators later determined the crash was caused by a combination mechanical failure and human error. During the flight, the condition levers were mistakenly set to the feathered position, cutting off thrust and causing an aerodynamic stall. This critical error was worsened by a lack of proper pilot training, overwhelming workload in the cockpit, and a failure to follow standard procedures. The video begins in peace, but descends quickly into chaos, a harrowing reminder how quickly tragedy can unfold in the skies. In this next dashcam clip, everything seems calm, traffic is flowing without issue, but in a split second, that calm is shattered by one of the most unexpected and jarring accidents you'll see. Watch closely as the situation unfolds. A pickup truck is cruising in the far right lane, with a smaller car in the lane just beside it. Without warning, the pickup's front left tire detaches and shoots across the roadway, right into the path of the car. The rogue tire lodges beneath the car's front end, launching the vehicle into the air like a ramp. It flips midair and comes crashing down, scattering debris across the highway. The jaw-dropping crash happened on March 23, 2023, along Highway 118 in Chatsworth, Los Angeles. Miraculously, the California Highway Patrol confirmed that the Kia's driver only suffered minor injuries. It's almost unbelievable anyone walked away after being flung skyward by a runaway tire. This video opens with a scene of chaos and dread, a home completely surrounded by walls of roaring flames, caught in the grip of one of the most destructive wildfires Los Angeles has seen in recent years.
Hi. Just be okay. You're gonna be okay. Hi. You're gonna be okay. Yeah, don't worry about that, dude. Look at that. Oh, shit. Scary, huh? Yeah. The plastic is gone, dude.
The camera captures a harrowing view. Blazing orange and red flames dominate the frame, relentlessly advancing and consuming everything in their path. This isn't a distant wildfire on the horizon. It's right outside, encircling the house with terrifying force. As the lens pans across the windows, the scale of the disaster becomes unmistakable. The fire roars like a living creature, devouring trees, brush, and homes without hesitation. Outside, the world has transformed into a scene of pure devastation, apocalyptic in nature, overwhelming in scope. Watching this destruction unfold, our hearts go out to those caught in its path. We hope for their safety and for the tireless efforts of firefighters and first responders to turn the tide. May the flames soon be extinguished, and may recovery and healing begin. These wildfires are a sobering reminder of how fragile life can be. In 2023, a landslide struck the region of Jammu and Kashmir, an Indian-administered territory, leaving a dramatic mark pretty significant on its own. But what made it even more alarming was how close it came to turning deadly. Several people stood along the roadside, watching the shifting earth from what they assumed was a safe distance. But in a sudden, terrifying turn, massive rocks broke loose and barreled straight toward them. One man narrowly escaped being crushed, dodging the debris by mere seconds. A chilling reminder how unpredictable and fast-moving nature's fury can be. This CCTV footage from Brazil, captured on October 11, 2024, starts off uneventfully, showing the front of a house as a woman steps outside. But what happens next is anything but ordinary, and it turns a routine moment into something truly disturbing. Just as the woman was climbing the stairs, a black car came careening down the road, having lost control at high speed. It slammed into her in a terrifying instant. Miraculously, she survived the impact without sustaining life-threatening injuries. It's a sobering reminder of how fragile life can be, and how sheer luck and timing can mean the difference between disaster and survival. Here's another subway lowlife caught on camera. This time, it's a visibly agitated man who seems confrontational from the start. After trying to provoke a couple nearby, he suddenly sucker punches a random woman in the face, sending her crashing to the floor. Thankfully, several passengers jumped in to assist her right away. As for the attacker, he managed to slip away before authorities could arrive. Climbing a mountain is an unforgettable experience, offering breathtaking views and a deep sense of achievement, but it also comes with serious risks that many underestimate. All it takes is one wrong step or a brief lapse in judgment to turn a thrilling journey into a terrifying ordeal.
这是谁的手机？小朋友打给我了。你们自己手机？应该是他们的啊，应该是啊。是的，已经联系了啊。这是不是剧本啊？没有啊，这个不是啊。是的，他刚往下退了啊。我们现在跳过这个话题了。没有，人很健康啊，人很健康。所以说呢，来这个华山玩的时候一定要那个啥啊。
July 12, 2023, in China's Shaanxi province, a tourist visiting the popular Han scenic area had a frightening near miss while climbing a steep mountainside staircase. Caught on video, she suddenly lost her balance and grabbed an iron railing in a desperate attempt to steady herself, only to slip and fall backward. Gasps erupted from onlookers, but a calm voice off camera reassured everyone she was okay. Fortunately, the fall wasn't as dangerous as it looked, and a quick-thinking group of bystanders managed to catch her before she was seriously hurt. Although the footage makes it seem like a major drop, authorities later confirmed the fall was relatively minor. A staff member admitted the stairs have lacked safety features since the site opened, suggesting that uneasy visitors should opt for a safer path, though many still choose to climb despite the obvious risks. High above the bustling streets of Pattaya, Thailand, a breathtaking yet tragic moment unfolds on camera. Nathan, a 33-year-old adventurer from Cambridge, UK, stands poised on the edge of a 29-story apartment building. For him, base jumping wasn't just a thrill, it was a way of life, a pursuit fueled by adrenaline and a deep love for pushing boundaries. But this time, the leap would not go as planned.
Good luck, brother. Three, two, one. See ya.
With his parachute strapped on in the sprawling city of Pattaya, far below, Nathan stepped off the edge, fearless and focused. For a brief moment, he soared, embodying the freedom and thrill he so deeply loved. But then, something went terribly wrong. As he reached to deploy his parachute, a critical error occurred. The canopy failed to open properly. It didn't center or stabilize, leaving him with no way to control his descent. In the span of just a few seconds, what should have been a triumphant leap turned into a devastating fall. Nathan's life came to a tragic end on impact. Though the loss was heartbreaking, those who knew him remember far more than just a moment. Nathan was a man of passion and fearlessness, someone who embraced life fully and chased every experience with unmatched energy. Friends, family, and fellow adventurers speak speak of his zest for life, his adventurous soul, and his unwavering dedication to living boldly. His legacy remains one of courage, spirit, and the pursuit of what made him feel truly alive. In this next clip, filmed in Russia, a woman is seen casually walking along a quiet residential sidewalk. Everything seems perfectly normal until suddenly something unexpected happens. As she strolls down the sidewalk, completely unaware of any danger, a large fan suddenly crashes to the ground, just inches from her head. A second camera angle reveals the shocking truth. Someone on the 6th floor had tossed the fan directly out of their window. The footage captures the exact moment it narrowly misses her, leaving the woman shaken but thankfully unharmed. On April 15, 2025, officers were called to a nursing home following alarming reports that an infant had been left unattended inside a vehicle, crying and appearing to be in distress.
That's me.
That's you? Alright, just assuming you got body cameras on. How long you been in here?
I just let my sister was just sitting out there.
Nobody's sitting in the car with your baby.
Let me call her.
You can disregard me, got contact with her.
So you're saying your sister is supposed to be out in the vehicle? Where does she go?
That's what I'm trying to figure out. That's what I'm doing, calling her ass now. But I'm not cussing at you.
No, I understand. What's your sister's name?
What time did she leave? I got the baby's been out there at least an hour because she was in here.
That's why, yeah, I didn't know what time her orientation started, but
It was supposed to start at 8:30. Yeah.
So she's possibly been in here since 8:30. She has.
She got here a little late, but I mean, yeah, she's been here for a little bit.
Okay.
Is your sister in here maybe?
No, she's not.
Do you guys have cameras out there?
No. The baby wasn't even in a base to that car. She was looking in.
I see the base is on the ground. The car seat's like secured behind it, but it wasn't through the base.
There was nothing. There's nothing that can go through here because it's a base. You're just thrown in. She was just.
You said what?
That your baby wasn't strapped in. Not even on the base.
She's not answering.
She's not answering.
No.
The woman doesn't see the issue, but she would soon find out her actions do have consequences as she ends up in cuffs.
What was she doing here with you?
Who? No, I was filling out my information.
Okay, and she was just riding along with you?
Yeah.
Okay.
So can I get her car seat?
No, you're just gonna hang out in here for now?
For what?
You can sit if you'd rather sit.
No, I'm okay now.
I just need to figure out what's going on and why this baby was left in a vehicle unattended for who knows how long.
Why? No, because I literally, y'all, if they got cameras, I literally just walked out.
She's been here since 5 after 9.
No, I said I literally just walked out, just left from getting a car. You can ask Angie.
Saying that you.
I know, I'm saying. No, I'm saying that I literally just walked from my car. Literally, after we did the little fit test.
No, I'm saying you've been at the orientation.
You showed up for orientation about 5 after 9.
No, I'm saying I literally just went to my car when I just did the fit test. After we got done doing the fit test, and she was in there. Hello.
I'm at a nursing home. Mother of the child came here at about 8:30 this morning for her CNA orientation and left her probably about 8-month-old baby in the car, claiming her sister was in the car with it. The employees here said the sister was never in the car with it. They went outside, happened to see the baby in the car. It was not secured in the car seats, and the base was not secure either, so they took the baby and brought it inside. So the baby's been outside unattended for, they said, at least an hour, if not up to 4 hours.
How long have you been inside of this building unattended from your vehicle?
Unattended from my vehicle, 30.
30 minutes?
I got here at 9, but we just took a break after we did the spit testing. And I literally just went to my car. And once again, I'm not cussing.
No, I get it. So you've been in your car since 9 and then you came in here?
No, I came in here at 9.
Okay.
And we take a little break. I
Okay.
fill out my orientation papers. And I literally just went to my car.
Okay.
Just trying to get a hold of sister.
Yeah, she's not answering. Like I just called my mom over here. I just went out there and checked on her. And my sister was in the car with her.
What time did you go out there and check on her? Your sister was in the car.
I literally, when y'all just came, you remember, it was with the other officer.
Yep.
Just talking. Sorry. I said we literally just had a break, and I had literally just went out there. It was like
As far as we know, it's been at least an hour, so they just need to check the baby out.
But nothing is wrong with her.
I'm going to tell you now, we're taking protective custody of the baby for now, so we can figure out what's going on.
No, my mom is on her way.
I don't care your mom's on the way.
Why
you're
are
an
you talking
adult.
to me like that?
Because you're not cooperating.
You.
I'm telling you how it's going to go now. Nope. I'm telling you how it's going to go now. They're going to evaluate the baby. The baby's being transported to the hospital for evaluation because baby's been in the car for who knows how long. As far as we know, the baby's been in there since 9 a.m. this morning.
It has not. I'm telling you.
Okay, if my sibling was in the car and left the baby unattended, I'd be a whole lot more pissed off than you.
I am. I've been calling her. What else do you expect me to do?
When officers tried contacting the number, the woman insisted was her sister's. The call went directly to voicemail. Strangely, the voice in the message sounded like that of a child, no older than 10.
You're going to be under arrest, okay? You're under arrest for endangering the health and life of a child, okay?
I'm gonna endanger you. You're gonna be rough. I'm not.
What's your name, hon? Okay. Tasha? Do you have anything on you that's gonna stick, cut, or poke me?
No.
Smash in there. You good?
Yeah.
Okay. So what we're doing is taking you to jail. They'll fingerprint photograph you, and then you'll be released on an NTA.
What's going on with my baby?
So she's going to the ER right now, and it sounds like she's being held in protective custody because we don't know how long she was in the car. They're checking her over and make sure she's okay because the paramedics seem to think that she was a little warm with the temperature outside. And
but she was no, she has a and I'm not cussing at you, so.
Sure, no, it's fine.
But she has a cold already from us being outside this damn weather study constantly changing. You know what I'm saying? So that's not the reason why she's. And once again, I'm not cussing at you.
Yep, that's fine.
In the back of the cop car, she still has an attitude.
Like, she just so hot.
I'm not saying that that's necessarily all that they're looking
Yeah, no, I'm just saying.
Make sure that she's all good to go and there's nothing, like, no heat.
But, and I understand that, but she was not in that car for no how they trying to say it, 4 hours. Okay. And once again, I'm not cussing at you.
The woman was subsequently charged with child endangerment. As of now, the investigation is still ongoing. For 2 years, James had lived the van life full-time, traveling across the UK and sharing his adventures on YouTube. He'd heard plenty of unsettling stories. Van life are spoken by strange noises, shadowy figures lurking outside their windows, but they always felt like secondhand myths, not something that could actually happen to him. That changed one freezing night in Sunderland. James had parked on what seemed like the ideal spot, a quiet, remote lane far from city traffic. He spent the evening researching for his next vlog, then climbed into bed, exhausted and ready for sleep. For hours, everything was still until a sudden violent bang slammed into the side of his van, right above his head. The sound hit like a jolt of electricity, snapping James awake before he could fully understand what was happening. He sat there in the dark, frozen, heart racing while his mind scrambled to catch up. Then he saw it, a figure, standing still, pressed against the van's window. It didn't move, just stood there, watching. Before James could react, shouting broke out from outside. The words were muffled, slurred, and angry. He couldn't make out what they were saying, but the tone was aggressive and threatening. Moments later, the same figure came back and began writing something on the window with her finger. James couldn't make out what the man was writing on the glass, but one thing was clear. This wasn't some drunk wandering by. It was intentional. Whoever this was had a reason for being there. As the minutes crawled by, James stayed frozen in place, clutching his camera, listening to the stranger rant outside. The shouting didn't stop, but the words made no sense, fragmented, angry, and laced with something darker. At times, the man muttered about voices in his head, about mental health, spiraling into unsettling territory. James debated stepping out, confronting him, getting it over with, but something deep inside told him not to, so he stayed put. For nearly 30 minutes, he sat inside, listening to the man circle his van, muttering things that grew more and more unhinged. He kept asking himself, was this guy dangerous? Was he looking for something? Was he alone? Then James realized something that made his stomach drop. He'd forgotten to lock the driver's side door.
And then I thought I'd get in cab and drive off, but I'm facing the wrong way. It's a dead end down there. So that's something to bear in mind in future. But that's the first time in 2 years. That is the first time anything remotely like that has happened. And I'm in the middle of nowhere, like near a farm. Well, you'll see, I don't know if it'll get on this vlog or whatever, you'll see where I am. I'm still not going to be negative about van life or all like that. As I said, it's first time in 2 years this has happened.
James had parked at the end of a dead-end lane, facing the wrong way. There was no quick escape. If he tried to drive off now, he'd have to back up slowly and carefully, giving the stranger time to react. And with the windows fogged from condensation, he could barely see a thing. So he stayed where he was, heart pounding, waiting. After what felt like forever, the man finally wandered off, his voice fading into the night. James didn't move. He listened, tense, wondering if the man would come back. A few minutes later, another van passed by, and just like that, the stranger vanished into the dark, as if he'd never been there at all. Even as the fear eased, James couldn't shake how deliberate it all felt. The way the man focused on the van, the writing on the window, the strange, rambling words. It didn't feel random. It felt planned. As the first light of morning crept in, James finally stepped outside to see what had been written. He never shared what it said. Maybe it was nonsense, maybe it wasn't. Only he knows. Though shaken, James refused to let fear take over. He talked about being more careful going forward, installing alarms, always parking for a clean getaway, staying alert, but he made it clear he wasn't giving up van life. Still, as he packed up and drove away, he couldn't shake one last thought that somewhere in the quiet, forgotten places he loved most, that stranger might still be out there, watching.
He's right there! And you came into my place when I sat down. You are a You are a It's a life from today. You broke my tablet. Garbage. You're garbage. You're garbage.
Well, it appears alcohol may have played a role in this incident. The woman's aggressive outbursts toward nearby men clearly crossed the line. However, their response escalated things far beyond reason as they resorted to physical assault, turning an already tense situation into something far more disturbing.
Hey!
The situation swiftly devolves into a chaotic brawl, with food flying and the woman ending up on the floor. It's tough to pinpoint a clear villain, as nearly everyone involved crosses the line. This footage, captured 5 years ago by a security camera in a restaurant in Turkey, may not be the clearest in quality, but that hardly matters once you see what it recorded. Despite the grainy visuals, what unfolds is undeniably shocking and unforgettable. This footage was taken during the GNC earthquake that struck in 2020, heavily impacting parts of Turkey, including Izmir. The quake was devastating, lasting long enough to cause serious damage, claiming 17 lives and injuring over 1,000 people. What makes this clip even more intense is that it was filmed inside a restaurant kitchen, where knives and other sharp tools were likely scattered during the shaking. Yet despite the chaos and danger, everyone inside managed to escape unharmed. This next video comes from CCTV footage captured in the Indian state of Haryana in July 2025. At first glance, it shows a typical street scene, quiet with a few pedestrians and some youngsters playing nearby. Everything seems normal, even calm, but that would soon change in an instant. Suddenly, a car bursts into frame, careening wildly and smashing into homes, bikes, and anything in its path. Chaos erupts as the vehicle tears through the neighborhood, leaving a trail of destruction behind. The shocking part? The car was in the hands of a group of teenagers, reportedly given permission by their parents, despite having no proper driving experience. The result was catastrophic, and many are pointing fingers squarely at the adults who enabled it.
Gay in a happy way. What you think the other way? Not gay in that way. Cause gay means happy and happy means gay, gay, come on, gay, gay. Cause gay means happy and happy means gay, gay, gay. I'm very, very gay. Hey!
This man may be drawing attention, but he's not really bothering anyone, just singing his heart out and clearly enjoying himself. A couple of passengers even join in. Honestly, it's hard to be mad at someone having that much fun. Besides, who says a subway ride has to be dull?
If I'm gay in a happy way, why I want to go to McDonald's?
Happy meal? For a happy meal?
I want my happy meal! I want my happy meal! I want my happy meal! I'm super what? Yeah!
Christmas morning is meant to be filled with joy, laughter, and unforgettable moments. For social media user Sore and her daughter, the day began just like any other, exchanging gifts, smiling, and enjoying the holiday spirit. Among the presents was a seemingly harmless doll, the kind that walks and sings when a button is pressed. At first, it appeared to be just another toy, but within days, Sore began to notice something was off. The doll started activating on its own, walking and singing without anyone touching it. At first, she dismissed it as a technical glitch, something easily explained, but as the strange behavior persisted, that explanation no longer seemed enough. A growing sense of discomfort took hold. Determined to capture what was happening, Sore began filming the doll's activity and later shared the unsettling footage online.
Es lo que te dije, esta muñeca no para de moverse, estoy aquí acostada y mira, fíjate, no deja de moverse, no deja de sonar sola, yo no la he tocado absolutamente para nada, la he tocado para nada, la he movido y mírala, y estoy totalmente sola, o sea, es en serio, no hay nada. ¡Ay, Dios mío santo! ¿Quién está ahí? ¿Quién está ahí? ¿Hola? Y es que no hay nadie, o sea, yo estoy sola en la casa, mira. No te estoy mintiendo, estoy totalmente sola aquí en la casa, la niña no es...
In the footage, the doll can be seen turning on by itself, even though Sore had already removed the batteries. Her daughter became so frightened that she refused to let the toy stay in her room. To calm her, Sore moved the doll into her own bedroom, but that decision only made things worse. One night, in the low glow of her bedside lamp, Sore recorded something even more unsettling. The doll appeared to be slowly walking toward her daughter's room, entirely on its own. Alarmed, she tried to confront the toy, even speaking to it, asking what it wanted, though she knew there would be no reply. But what happened next was even stranger. While filming, Sore noticed movement outside the window. At first, she dismissed it as her own reflection, until viewers pointed out something terrifying. The shape in the glass didn't mirror her movements. It moved independently, shifting slightly, as if something or someone was standing just beyond the window, watching.
Aquí estoy yo totalmente... Padre Celestial, ¿soy yo? ¿Estoy mal o hay alguien allá parado? cosas está? Mira, mira, fíjate. Va para el cuarto de la niña. ¿Te das cuenta? Mírala. Va para el cuarto de la niña. ¿Qué tienes? Muñeca. Tengo nervios de tocarla. Muñeca, ¿qué tienes? ¿Por qué lloras? No llores. ¿Qué tienes? ¿Qué quieres? A ver, dime, ¿qué quieres? ¿Qué es lo que te pasa, muñeca? ¿Estás enojada? ¿Qué tienes, pues?
Theories quickly began to circulate online. Some were convinced the doll was cursed or even possessed, while others believed it was acting as a conduit, trying to communicate with something outside the home, something that wanted in. Whether it was just a bizarre malfunction or something far more sinister, the events left many deeply unsettled. What seemed like an innocent Christmas gift had become the center of a chilling mystery. On October 13th, 2024, a catastrophic explosion erupted at a petrol station in Christchurch. A sudden blast triggered a massive fire engulfing the site in flames. Here's what unfolded. This devastating incident occurred in Grozny, the capital of Chechnya, a region in southern Russia known for its rugged terrain and history of political unrest. The explosion, which claimed at least 4 lives, was reportedly triggered by a fire that spread to a nearby fuel station. According to the emergencies ministry, several others were injured as the blaze rapidly consumed the area. Emergency crews acted swiftly to contain the situation. While Chechnya has undergone extensive rebuilding in recent years, this tragedy underscores ongoing infrastructure and safety concerns in densely populated urban areas. In a tense moment captured in India, a young boy and an elderly woman found themselves in immediate danger as a furious bull charged toward them. Incidents like this are becoming more common, with the problem of our uncontrolled free-roaming cattle spiraling out of hand. When these animals become stressed or agitated, their aggression can erupt suddenly, putting anyone nearby at serious risk. Remember the chaos of the pandemic, millions of lives lost, confusion everywhere, and masks became a frontline defense. In this video, a New York resident politely asks police officers in a subway station to wear theirs. What happens next is shocking. Instead of a civil response, the man is forcefully removed from the station. One officer even refuses to provide a badge number, a move that raises serious concerns. While law enforcement has a tough job, moments like this make it hard to ignore the behavior of the so-called bad apples we keep hearing about. A Russian tourist had a near-death experience after being struck by lightning while vacationing at the Batumi resort in Georgia. The incident occurred on the evening of September 11th, as the man, identified as Aschov, was watching the sunset with his brother and friends on a pier. He was quickly rushed to the hospital and underwent emergency surgery. Picture this. You glance out your window on a perfect, peaceful day when suddenly a loud commotion breaks the calm. Naturally, your curiosity kicks in. Something unusual is clearly happening. That's exactly what drew this person to their window, prompting them to grab their phone and hit record. What they captured next was anything but ordinary. It turns out the chaos stemmed from a prior altercation, but even so, the reaction felt wildly excessive. Several cars were damaged and many of the owners had absolutely nothing to do with the original conflict. Now they're left with a mess that wasn't theirs to begin with, all because someone decided to take things way too far. On September 12th, a freight train crashed into a military vehicle that had become stuck on the tracks in South Carolina. According to the UK's Telegraph, the vehicle was a $1.5 million M109 Paladin self-propelled howitzer. Despite the dramatic collision, no injuries were reported. Check out this disturbing dashcam footage from Brazil.
Já é foto e filmando tudo junto. Calma aí, pai, não deixa essa rabiada não. Peraí, pai, peraí, pai. Peraí, pai, peraí. Peraí, pai, peraí. Ei,
Luckily, everyone survived. Captured on July 22, 2025, this CCTV footage from the Turkish municipality of Beyoğlu shows a woman walking near a bus operated by the Istanbul Electricity Transmission Company. At first glance, everything seems routine, but within seconds, something completely unexpected unfolds. Reports indicate that the bus experienced a brake failure, causing it to spiral out of control and crash into several vehicles. It narrowly missed the woman walking along the road, already a risky move given the traffic. In total, 3 people were injured, with one reportedly in critical condition. The driver was later arrested and charged for causing injuries and extensive property damage due to negligence. In 2025, New York invested heavily in an attempt to stop a surge in subway turnstile jumping by installing spikes atop certain metal panels. But as this footage shows, the plan didn't exactly pan out. Despite the deterrence, people still find creative and often reckless ways to avoid paying the fare. Like it or not, fare evasion isn't going away anytime soon, and perhaps that's part of why subway prices keep climbing.
Downtown Express 4 train to Crown Heights, Utica Avenue, while using stairs and escalators.
It's unsettling how drones, once viewed as cutting-edge tools for filmmaking, exploration, or package delivery, have now become harbingers of fear in modern conflict. A video circulating online, believed to be from an active war zone, possibly in Ukraine, captures this shift in chilling detail. There is no explosion, no combat in frame, only sound, but that sound is enough. In earlier wars, terror came with a soundtrack: the thunder of tanks, the howl of bombers, the boom of artillery. Today, in many battlefields, it's replaced by something more subtle, yet just as ominous: the sharp mechanical hum of a drone overhead. That noise, a cold, high-pitched buzz, has become a warning sign. To those below, it means something is coming. And unlike the old sounds of war, this one offers no time to react. By the time you register it, the strike may have already happened. A family dinner in China took a terrifying turn on June 8, 2024, when a wild bull suddenly charged into their home mid-meal. The peaceful gathering erupted into chaos as the animal stormed through the house, attacking the people inside. One woman suffered a leg injury, but thankfully no one was seriously hurt. What was meant to be a quiet evening quickly turned into a night the family will never forget. The footage you're about to watch was captured by a dashcam on a highway during dangerously icy conditions. A bus hits a patch of black ice and suddenly loses control, sliding across the highway and crashing into multiple vehicles. The dashcam shows just how close the filming driver came to being involved, managing to brake just in time to avoid the chaos. It's a chilling reminder how invisible and dangerous black ice can be, especially when heavy vehicles like buses are involved. Just a split second of lost traction can turn into a major pileup. You know what they say, if the bear is black, fight back. If it's brown, lay down. If it's white, good night, is a dark but commonly repeated guideline for bear encounters, offering quick advice based on the species. Watch how this unfolds.
Oh shit! Oh, he's taking him away?
Holy shit.
You went out on the snow scooter? Yeah. Yeah, very.
A chilling video captures the moment a man is pursued by a polar bear across a vast, snowy landscape. In a panic, he drops the rifle he was carrying and scrambles onto a snowmobile, barely managing to start it in time. The bear charges after him for a few seconds before eventually stopping. Polar bears are apex predators and extremely dangerous, especially in regions where food is scarce. Despite their massive size, they can sprint at speeds of up to 40 kilometers per hour, making escape difficult. While encounters like this are rare, they are always serious. Polar bears have been known to stalk humans and won't hesitate to attack if they see an opportunity. In remote Arctic areas, traveling in groups or carrying a deterrent is often the only reliable protection. Recent severe flooding in Hungary has submerged the banks of the Danube River in Budapest, pushing water onto the steps of the parliament building. This rare surge is the highest in a decade, driven by intense rainfall and rising waters upstream. Authorities swiftly responded, deploying sandbag defenses and pausing transport along the river. Thankfully, despite the scale of the event and the significant disruptions, casualties have been avoided and water levels are now receding. A video from Quebec, Canada shows a family taking cover inside a small makeshift wooden shelter they built while out camping. What starts as a peaceful moment in nature quickly shifts in tone. Take a look.
Hey, see that? Là! Check! Check!
Qu'est-ce qu'on fait?
Elle s'en vient, reste en dedans.
Non, non, non.
En dedans, en dedans. Non, on peut pas, il est trop tard. En dedans. Reste en dessous! Tornado! Tornado! Stay low! Stay low!
Camping in remote areas during storm season comes with serious risks, especially when there's little warning and no proper shelter. Tornadoes can rip trees from the ground, hurl debris at deadly speeds, and destroy unreinforced structures in moments. In this case, the family's makeshift wooden shelter managed to hold up, but they were dangerously close to a far more tragic outcome. On September 18, 2024 in Binh Duong, Vietnam, a terrifying moment unfolded when a truck driver parked his vehicle on the roadside and attempted to cross the street. Just as he stepped into the lane, a speeding delivery truck came out of nowhere and hit him head-on, sending his body flying. The man's condition remains unknown, and whether he survived is still unclear. A dashcam from a nearby vehicle recorded the entire incident, capturing every disturbing second of the collision. A video captures the chaotic aftermath of severe flooding in a small town where water surges through the streets like a raging river, overwhelming the local infrastructure and leaving destruction in its path. Amid the chaos, a car is seen drifting helplessly down a canal, nearly filled to the brim, and it appears someone may still be inside. As the vehicle floats along the powerful current, it eventually reaches a low bridge, slams into it, and flips over. With water levels that high and the current that strong, even large vehicles are no match for the force, becoming weightless in an instant. It's a stark reminder of how quickly floodwaters can transform roads into death traps, and why attempting to drive through them is never worth the risk. Natalia Valenti, a well-known personality on TikTok famous for her cheerful and engaging content, took a dramatic turn in one of her videos. Departing from her usual upbeat style, she and a group of friends decided to explore an abandoned asylum, a place long forgotten, filled with decay and cloaked in unsettling mystery. With only their phones and a sense of adventure, they entered the crumbling facility, unaware of the disturbing moment they were about to capture. The video begins like most urban exploration clips, dust blanketing the floor, broken glass glinting in dim light, and silence that hangs heavy in the air. As they venture deeper into the asylum, heading toward what was once the morgue, the camera sweeps past a set of shattered windows on the upper level, and that's when it happens. For a brief moment, shadowy figures can be seen standing still in the broken windows above. Their features are blank, their bodies unmoving. It's so quick, most viewers miss it at first. But when the footage is slowed down, the image becomes far more disturbing. These aren't reflections or light flares. These are figures watching. What's even more unsettling is that Natalia and her friends didn't notice them at the time. They continued wandering the asylum, laughing and chatting, completely unaware of the presence above them. Speculation ran wild online. Some suggested the figures were squatters or people taking shelter in the abandoned building, but others weren't so sure. The figures' unnatural stillness and eerie presence felt too strange, too deliberate, raising the possibility that they were something else entirely. Natalia never posted a follow-up or explanation, leaving the footage as it is, open-ended and deeply unnerving. So the question remains, were they simply intruders or something tied to the asylum's haunted past? What do you think? Of all the footage that has surfaced since the war in Ukraine began, this particular video stands out for its unsettling nature. It shows the crew of a Russian BTR, an armored infantry fighting vehicle, actively firing its cannon, clearly engaged in targeting a position. The person filming chooses an odd angle, likely trying to capture the weapon in action, but in doing so, he unintentionally records something far more disturbing than he expected. case you missed it, for just a split second, an anti-tank missile can be seen streaking overhead, missing the crew by only inches. These missiles are among the deadliest weapons used in the war so far, and had it struck its target, the entire crew would almost certainly not have survived. That near miss is what makes the video so chilling, life or death, reduced to a matter of inches. A video captured in the Italian Alps shows a small aircraft attempting a highly questionable landing on a steep sloped airstrip. The plane touches down while heading uphill, skids across the uneven surface, then unexpectedly spins around. Without coming to a full stop, it takes off again, this time downhill in the opposite direction, leaving viewers stunned by the risky maneuver.
Riparte subito, ma ci passa sulla testa. Zumbi sei pericoloso. Zumbi sei pericoloso. Zumbi che criminale. Cioè, va bene tutto, ma lì ammazzava qualcuno se lo prendeva.
Landings like this are extremely risky and far from standard practice. Sloped alpine airstrips demand precise technique and are typically reserved for highly experienced pilots operating under very specific conditions. The maneuver seen in the video, touching down uphill, skidding, then abruptly reversing direction for takeoff, suggests either poor planning or a serious misjudgment. Attempting to change direction on a slope while barely grounded leaves virtually no room for error, especially at high altitudes where engine performance is reduced and the terrain offers little forgiveness. As a result of this reckless stunt, the pilot was officially charged. In a bizarre and terrifying accident, a massive concrete slab slid off a semi-truck after a sudden brake and crashed down onto a Tesla stopped at a red light. Remarkably, no one was injured, though the car was heavily damaged. According to the Tesla driver, the incident occurred because the truck's load hadn't been properly secured. In Nigeria, it's not unusual to see people riding atop moving trucks, a practice some refer to as truck surfing because of its resemblance to surfing, only done on the roof of a vehicle. While undeniably risky, it's often used as a fast and cost-free way to travel. However, the video in question shows just how quickly this dangerous method of transportation can turn catastrophic when something goes terribly wrong. The individual seen in the video was riding directly on top of the truck's cargo, unaware that the load was too heavy and unstable. As the truck attempted to navigate a turn or uneven ground, it suddenly tipped over, taking the man with it. In a devastating moment, he was thrown off and crushed as the massive cargo came crashing down on top of him. While the choice to ride in such a dangerous position was ultimately his, the outcome was tragic. Although details are limited, several reports suggest that the man sadly did not survive the incident. A video filmed inside a factory captures a dangerous incident involving molten aluminum. A truck drives by, offering a sense of scale as it passes what appears to be a huge container, revealed to be a massive vat filled with molten metal. Just moments later, the vat overflows, releasing a blinding, glowing cascade of liquid aluminum that spills out with intense heat and force. Molten aluminum is typically maintained at temperatures around 1220 degrees Fahrenheit, and any uncontrolled spill can be extremely hazardous. It has the potential to ignite nearby materials, cause severe burns, and inflict serious damage to surrounding structures. Incidents involving large-scale containment failures, like the one in this video, are rare, but when they do occur, they underscore the critical importance of rigorous safety systems, continuous thermal monitoring, and regular structural integrity checks in heavy industrial environments. On September 6th, around 2 p.m. in Toronto, a disturbing incident was caught on surveillance footage. A woman posing as a potential buyer after responding to an Auto Trader ad stole a Porsche during what was supposed to be a test drive.
Hello, I'm here for the Porsche. I think I'm waiting for my dad, so if I can take a look at
Surveillance footage shows the woman sitting calmly in the driver's seat, hands on the wheel as if preparing for a routine test drive. But when the seller walked behind the car, she suddenly hit the gas, reversing straight into him. Without pause, she sped off in the stolen Porsche. Police are now searching for her in a Bentley Bentayga that was seen in the background during the incident. The entire sequence, including her arrival in a blue SUV, was caught clearly on camera. On June 22, 2025 at 11:40 a.m., Rochester police spotted 35-year-old Edison Estremera Cohen riding a bicycle on North Glennon Avenue. He was wanted in connection with the earlier fatal shooting of 30-year-old David Vasquez at 24 Oscar Street. As officers attempted to arrest him, Estremera Cohen pulled a 9mm handgun and fired a shot at one of them from just inches away. A second officer immediately returned fire, hitting Estremera Cohen multiple times.
Okay. You better stop. He's going northbound. He's going northbound. Get on the ground. Cover up. Get on the ground. You alright? You alright? Yeah, I'm good. Don't move. Don't move. Get your hand behind your back. But hand behind your back. All of them. Okay. Shots fired. Shots fired. Guns right here. We got it. We got it. We got it. We got it. We got him. Copy all. What's that? Get back. Oh. No. Okay. Yeah, detain him. He's the guy. Don't let him leave. Don't let him leave. He's good. He's a witness. Witness. Don't let him leave.
Can you start EMS? Clinton Mead. 10-4 Clinton Mead. And just to confirm the officer.
Okay? I'm okay. You alright? Yes.
You're gonna be okay. He has a cut on his ear. Suspect is.
Where's he hit? We need to get some gloves on here. Start getting laid. Yeah. He's definitely gonna be shot.
Everybody slow down. Get traffic blocked at Clinton Clifford.
He's hit here.
Get traffic blocked at...
Okay, we need medical attention for him. Anyone got medical gear with us?
At Carl and Clinton.
This guy shot? Yeah, he's shot. We need medical right now.
After receiving treatment for his injuries, Estremera Cohen was booked into the Monroe County Jail on June 26. A grand jury has since indicted him on several serious charges, including 2 counts of second-degree murder, attempted aggravated murder of a police officer, first-degree robbery, and 4 counts of second-degree criminal possession of a weapon. Estremera Cohen was already known to law enforcement and had previously failed to appear for sentencing after being convicted of 2 felonies the previous summer. The officer who was nearly shot suffered head and ear injuries from the muzzle blast, but, according to Police Chief David Smith, is recovering well. Thanks for watching. Stay vigilant, friends. On February 4th, 2023, Chula Vista police were dispatched to an apartment complex after several 911 calls reported 2 people fighting aggressively in a stairwell. The altercation had reportedly gone on for hours, disturbing residents and creating a serious safety concern.
Chula Vista police. Back the f*** up, man. Back up. Back up. Back up. Back up. Back up. Don't shoot me, man. Back up. Back the f*** up, man.
Come out from behind
Back
her.
up.
Come out from behind
Back
suspect refused to comply with officers' commands and repeatedly threatened to take the hostage's life, escalating the already dangerous situation.
Back up. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't back up. Yes, I'm right. Don't do it, man. Back up. Back up. Back up. Motherfucker. Back. Drop the knife. Drop the knife. Drop the knife now. Drop the knife. Drop the knife. Drop the knife now. Drop the knife. Drop the knife now. Drop the knife. Situation. De-escalate the situation. Get out of here now. Back up. Get the back up. De-escalate. Dude, back up. Drop the knife. Drop the knife. Stop. Drop the knife. Back up, you guys. Drop the knife. Drop the knife.
With commands being ignored and the threat ongoing, officers devised a tactical plan to bring the standoff to a safe resolution.
The knife. Drop the knife. True to Mr. Police. Back up. Drop the knife. We're right here. He's got a knife to the guy's neck. Drop the knife. We're not going any further. Drop the knife. Drop the knife. We're not going any further. Drop the knife. Yes, it's up to his neck. Drop the knife now. Drop the knife now. We're not going any further. Drop the knife.
They quietly moved into position near a door that led to the stairwell. When it finally opened, one of the officers fired, hitting the suspect in the head.
Back up now. Stop. Back up now.
I want him to know before.
Back up, motherfucker. Now. Now. Back over there. Now. Back over there. Stand by.
The hostage managed to get away safely. The 37-year-old suspect was taken to the hospital but lost his life from his injuries 2 days later. A high-rise building under construction collapsed in Bangkok after a powerful earthquake shook the region. The quake, which had a magnitude of 7.7 and originated in neighboring Myanmar, sent tremors strong enough to shake buildings across Thailand's capital. The collapse happened in the SHOUTOUT Park area, where dozens of people were reportedly trapped beneath the debris. Witnesses said the shaking was intense enough to spill water from rooftop pools and sent crowds rushing into the streets in fear. Several typhoons have impacted Asia this year, but none came close to the strength of Typhoon Yagi. This one made landfall in Vietnam and has since been classified as a super typhoon, with wind speeds reaching up to 138 miles per hour or 223 kilometers per hour. It also hit Hainan's Hao region in China, where these intense scenes were filmed. As of the time this was recorded, the typhoon hadn't let up. In fact, it was still pounding parts of the country with increasing intensity. Meteorologists confirmed that after making landfall in the Philippines just days earlier, Typhoon Yagi didn't weaken. It doubled in strength. Now classified as a super typhoon, it matches the strength of a Category 5 hurricane. Conditions on the ground are deteriorating fast. It's every parent's worst fear, someone sneaking into their home and approaching their child while they sleep. That's almost what happened to a family in Vallejo. In the middle of the night, an intruder broke in. It wasn't until later that the family discovered the prowler had wandered into the baby's room. The 1-year-old was fast asleep in his crib as the stranger stood there, just watching. In the next room, a little girl was also asleep. Thankfully, nothing happened to the children, but the footage from the security camera is chilling. The intruder left with a few valuables, but the emotional toll is far greater. As one family member said, "Take anything, just not the kids." I'm gonna warn you, skip this if you're squeamish. A man, likely in Brazil based on the account that posted it, walked through an area absolutely infested with spiders. By the time he made it through, he was covered in webs and spiders. Watching the video is enough to make your skin crawl, but somehow he didn't seem fazed at all. No panic, no flinching, just calmly moving forward. If you've ever wondered what it takes to keep your cool in a creepy situation, this guy might be the extreme example. How would you react if you were in his place? Police arrived to the scene and the woman's reaction was a tearjerker.
Hey! Get off her, now! Come here, dude. Come here, are you good?
The police not only had perfect timing, but the woman had a clever plan when phoning the police. Listen to this.
What is the address of your emergency?
Yeah, I would like to order a pizza. I'm stuck in here.
Okay. Are you aware you're calling 911?
Yes, I'm sure I'm calling to that number. Trying to get a pizza.
What address are we going to?
Got my location, please.
You don't know your location?
No, basically no. I'm stuck in here. It won't take me back home. I'm trying to, but trying to get pizza. Pepperoni and extra cheese.
Okay. How many people are there? Tell me.
Just me and him.
Do you have any weapons?
No.
Do you know his name?
I don't know. See it,
That's okay. What's your name?
I would like to order extra cheese pizza.
Okay. Are you hurt?
The dispatcher immediately sensed something was wrong and kept the caller on the line, using her phone signal to help pinpoint her location. Deputies traced the call to a fernery field in Pearson. When they got there, they found the suspect on top of the victim. She was rescued just in time before anything worse could happen.
Hey! Get off her, now! Get off her now!
Give us a channel.
Thank God! Thank you!
Don't you move! Don't you move!
Come here, dude.
Thank you, Lord!
Come here. You're good. 21 says to clear the channel.
Thank you, Lord!
We're good. We're here.
Thank you, Lord! Thank you, Lord! Thank you, Lord! Thank you, Jesus!
We got a mail secure.
It's hard to imagine what might have followed if deputies hadn't found her when they did. Hernandez Mano, who was in the US illegally, was arrested and charged with attempted sexual battery, battery by strangulation, and false imprisonment. While undergoing a routine inspection at an auto dealership in Badizu, Turkey, a car's engine suddenly exploded. The owners, who were still sitting inside, bolted from the vehicle in a panic as flames erupted from under the hood. Dealership employees quickly grabbed fire extinguishers and managed to put out the blaze before it caused further damage. Thankfully, no one was hurt and the fire didn't spread, avoiding what could have easily turned into a far more serious disaster. On August 23, 2022, law enforcement responded to a call about a possible battery situation. When they arrived, they were met with a chaotic scene and conflicting stories from several people. The situation kicked off when Katrina, a woman being questioned by officers, revealed there was a history of domestic violence between her and another individual, possibly her father.
I'm on the phone with 911. You can hang up. Bye. Do you need medical attention at all?
No.
Do you have any cuts or anything on you? No.
He's abusive.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna wait.
And he's trying to sit there and claim those are mine so he can get away with abusing me, but my face hurts from him punching me in it.
I haven't touched it. Listen, we aren't gonna argue right now. Just
At first, medics were called in to check on Katrina, who claimed she'd been physically abused. She pointed to bruising and pain from being punched, saying the injuries were caused by the man who was there at the scene. There was also mention of a third person, Kennedy, who had apparently left the scene earlier, possibly in a car. It wasn't clear what role Kennedy played, but there was some suspicion she might have been involved in the altercation.
He's done this before.
I have not.
Yeah, he has. You beat my mom, you liar!
Stop yelling. Sit down.
I honestly think she might just be unconscious if she's not answering me or anything.
Oh, who was in the car that left?
Kennedy.
Who's Kennedy?
She
She's
left.
providing him with the alcohol.
No. She dropped me off and left.
Okay, cool. Police Department, Kennedy.
He's abusive. Do not let him lie. He beat the shit out of my mom and went to jail.
Hey,
don't let him lie.
Stop.
I'm okay.
Been better? Yeah. Do you need medics?
No, they talked to me. What's her name?
Katrina.
It's women.
Hey, Katrina. Who's Kennedy? Is that your other roommate?
Yeah.
Is she inside the apartment?
I don't know.
You said that's the person that left in the vehicle, right? Yeah, white Lexus.
Fire saw her leaving white Lexus.
White Lexus were over the black hood.
As officers tried to piece things together, they learned that Katrina and her father had gotten into a heated argument earlier that day, which escalated into violence. Katrina said her father had dragged her out of an apartment and punched her in the face, causing visible injuries. She also claimed he bit her during the fight, leaving scratches and marks on her body.
Okay, what happened was
I'm gonna stand under here.
she came back from the beach. She went to the beach today with a friend.
All right.
She got on the couch. She was, I thought, intoxicated.
Okay.
So we're just,
How old is she?
She's 18.
Okay.
She's kind of out of it. So it's a little tense, but nothing bad. And then we got a little puppy, and she grabs the puppy by one leg and just grabs it into her room. So I said to her, please don't grab the puppy like that. Okay? And she's like, I take care of the puppy. We've had the puppy for 1 week. So she starts in on me, we've had you don't help with the puppy at all, blah, blah, blah. And I said to her, Katrina, that's not what I'm talking about. I said, I just don't want you to grab the puppy like that. And then she just explodes.
Figure it out. I don't know.
Does she have any actual injuries? She? Yeah. She said her head hurts, but when I asked her if she had injuries, she said no, and then medics got over it and she said her head.
Okay. It's been up and down for a long time. Her mother, who had custody of her, kicked her out. I've had her for the last year. We've always had these problems. She started to physically attack me. Oh, those aren't mine, all that kind of stuff. And I'm like, no, this is alcohol. And I actually went over to Kennedy's after I got away. I don't know if they're home or not, but this has been a problem with Kennedy, and I'm like... So your daughter caused all the laceration, all the cuts on you? Yes, she bit. These are bite marks. Okay. She literally had me bitten, and I had to kind of bounce her down on the bed to get her off me. Okay. And then I tried to get away, and she kept coming at me, screaming. And, this has happened with us.
So who was the original caller in this?
I think it was Katrina. I went over to Kennedy's.
We haven't spoke to her yet. We just spoke to her. So.
Meanwhile, witness, possibly a neighbor, reported seeing Katrina's father covered in blood as he left the scene, which raised even more concern for the officers. They also found out that Katrina tried to run for help, shouting at neighbors to call the police, which raised more red flags about her safety.
Last time you seen Kennedy, physically?
Basically, 3 or 4 days ago.
Okay. What made you think she was in danger when I first got here?
There was a guy walking up covered in blood, cuts and scratches, and there's blood going up the doorway.
Okay, and then you seen him leave?
Yeah.
But you didn't actually ever see him with Kennedy at all?
No, he's walking up from there.
As the investigation continued, Katrina revealed that she'd seen her father abuse her mother in the past and had been a victim of similar abuse herself. She described a pattern of violent behavior from him, including past incidents of physical abuse, emotional control, and manipulation. Now officers were trying to figure out if the altercation was a one-sided attack or a more mutual confrontation.
First of all, I went to come here and come friend from my apartment, and he followed me downstairs talking about how he's gonna hit me and all this stuff. Like, obviously I can't. Because I can't, like, remember everything because I've been so stressed out and there's all these cups and I'm super nervous, but I was just on the phone with my mom and I want her to come here and I want her to come talk to you because she will tell you, because I'm super understand, and I've watched my dad beat my mom, I've watched my dad beat me, I've watched my dad beat the neighbors, and I've watched the neighbors hate my dad because he's abusive.
Okay.
He's actually abusive and he's gonna sit here and try and swear he's not, but he actually is, and that's why my mom divorced him. And I'm just, I can't even remember what he said because I'm so upset because of everything that happened, and I just want to talk to him and have him come here and come vouch for me and come say what
take a breath. Take a breath. Okay.
Despite the emotional back and forth, it was clear that Katrina had been involved in a physical altercation with her father. Both parties had injuries. Katrina had marks on her face from being punched, and her father had scratches and bite marks from the fight. Katrina insisted that her father had started the violence by punching her without warning. She also claimed he was lying about what happened, accusing him of trying to cover up his abusive behavior.
He dragged me when I came over here, and I don't even remember that good because I'm so traumatized and I just want to call.
Okay, so you got home. You were with your friend and you got home.
Yeah, and I just remember being upstairs and him dragging me from the apartment building, be like, you can't come up here.
I'm gonna see if those two people are the same thing.
And
why does he have bite marks and scratches over him? How did that happen?
Because we argued and because I brought him to the ground after we argued, but that was because after he hit me.
So he hit you first. Where? On your eye? Do you mind if I feel it?
Yeah, feel it because it hurts. It's right up here.
Even though Katrina maintained she was the victim, officers ultimately decided to arrest her for battery. They based their decision on the physical evidence and her father's version of events, which seemed to match the injuries he had.
Because literally when she bites, she clamps down on me.
I didn't see that before. Can you roll your sleeves up a little bit so I can get another picture?
Okay. This is what happened.
Yes. And just hold them out kind of like this. Perfect.
He punched me in the face. It hurt super bad.
So he randomly just punched you in the face?
Yeah, he punched me in the face.
Okay, and then how did he get all those scratches and everything?
I started scratching him back. I started telling him to stop scratching me.
He was scratching you?
Yeah, he was scratching me. And I started telling him to get off me because he's done this before. I've seen him beat my mom.
Katrina was frustrated and in disbelief, arguing that she was just defending herself against her father's abuse.
All right, Katrina. So I'm going to be upfront with you, okay? Based on the investigation, I'm going to place you under arrest for battery. Against what I need you to do is turn around and put your hand behind your back. And stay like that for me, okay? I'll be able to explain anything that you need explaining.
You haven't really actually talked to him.
We did talk to him.
He's a liar.
It's based on the totality of the circumstances, based on the injuries that he has and the stories that he's saying, the events. His story is okay. Okay, if that's what you think.
The whole situation was complicated by the emotional intensity of the scene and the conflicting reports. While Katrina stuck to her story of being an ongoing victim of abuse, the officers had to make a decision based on the evidence, which suggested both she and her father had been involved in the violence. Her arrest was just the beginning of an investigation into the full scope of the violence between the two, which would ultimately determine the charges and what legal actions would follow. A shocking moment caught on video shows a dump truck speeding wildly down a road, swerving into the opposite lane. The 61-year-old driver was in the middle of a seizure, completely unable to control the vehicle. The truck slammed through a utility pole, cut across 3 lawns, and then crashed into a house at about 40 miles per hour.
Oh my God.
This terrified mom was clutching her baby as she darted across the street, trying to get away from the chaos unfolding around her. Another video shows the disturbing aftermath with cries of help coming from inside the house. This happened in Woodbury Heights, New Jersey. A 72-year-old man was relaxing in his chair at home when disaster struck. A dump truck, out of control and moving fast, came barreling through the neighborhood and slammed straight into his house. Neighbor Derek Keating said the homeowner ended up trapped inside. The homeowner and the driver both survived. Do you believe in miracles? I'd say this qualifies as one. One powerful punching and shearing press, 4 workers, and 0 safety measures. No interlock system, no two-hand control, no light curtain to stop the machine if someone enters the danger zone. Just a cost-cutting setup with overworked operators. This isn't a random accident. It's a failure built into the system. Incidents like this are frequently described as one-off tragedies, but in reality, many are the result of systemic design failures and preventable conditions. This short video shows a traffic jam causing miscommunication. Eventually, a collision occurs, sending the men tipping over. Watch this. To my knowledge, no one was hurt. Afraid to go on rides? Show this to your friends who make fun of you. Maybe you'll get them on board.
What the hell was that? Oh my god!
Turns out the ride wasn't broken at all. Apparently, this is just how that one seat is designed, and yes, it's as wild as it looks. It's kind of funny once you realize it's intentional, but definitely not the kind of surprise you want mid-ride. She was totally fine in the end, but something tells me she won't be hopping on that ride again anytime soon. Surveillance footage from a shop in Myanmar captures the exact moment a powerful earthquake strikes, sending shelves toppling and products flying through the air. In a matter of seconds, what was a normal day turns into chaos as the tremor violently shakes the entire building. Items crash to the floor and customers scramble for cover, highlighting just how sudden and dangerous these seismic events can be. You won't believe this heart-stopping footage. A mooring line on a container ship suddenly snapped under high tension, recoiling violently and striking a nearby worker. Fortunately, the line hit an edge first, which helped reduce the force of the impact. Incidents like this highlight just how dangerous mooring lines can be. It's crucial to stay clear of the snapback zone at all times. Trying to rob a convenience store is already a bad idea, but doing it with a fake gun takes it to another level of foolish. Despite this guy's bold approach, the clerk doesn't even flinch. He stares the would-be robber down, clearly recognizing the plastic toy in his hands for what it is, and knowing full well the guy isn't a real threat. The robber was visibly angry as he stormed off. It's great no one got hurt. 2 off-road motorcyclists had a near disaster on January 30th while riding in Russia's Kanash region. As they crossed the frozen river, the ice gave way, sending both riders plunging into the freezing water below. The lead rider was cruising across a frozen river when the ice suddenly gave way, plunging both him and his motorcycle into the icy water. The rider behind followed the same path and met the same fate. Both racers were injured, one with a broken collarbone, the other with a shoulder injury. It's a harsh reminder that extreme sports come with serious risks, and proper precautions are never optional. This video is crazy as police had to have young ones from their father who had just wounded their mother, aka his own wife. On July 24, 2016, a custody dispute between a separated couple in Volusia County escalated into violence when Emmanuel Rosado shot his wife in the leg with a rifle. The horrifying part? Their 3 young ones witnessed it all. Deputies raced to the scene, ready to put themselves in danger to prevent what could have become an even worse tragedy.
Sheriff's office, come outside! Sheriff's office! They're right here in this room, but I got no cover. Show me your hands now! Open the door! He just barricaded. Come here, ma'am. Come to me. Stay down, ma'am. Stay down. Stay down.
As gunfire erupted, one officer stayed low behind a tree while another made a bold move, rushing into the line of fire to pull the injured woman to safety. She had jumped out the window after being shot in the leg, while the shooter, Emmanuel Rosado, kept firing his rifle.
I got you. I know, baby. I know. Come here, sweetheart. Come here, buddy. Come here. Come here.
With the woman and her children out of harm's way, the deputies immediately turned their attention to the threat. Their goal was clear: stop the shooter before anyone else got hurt.
What do you got? Who's in the house? Which one do you have? Make sure that you have the right one. Who's in the house? Stand up with your hands up. Do it now. Palm to us. Keep your hands up. Turn around and walk towards our voice.
Guys, remember, that might not be the shooter, so you stay behind cover and confirm it.
Keep walking towards us. Keep walking. Go down to your knees. Keep your hands where you can see them.
Seeing himself surrounded, he surrendered. He was arrested and hit with charges including attempted murder, aggravated assault, and child abuse. He's now serving a 30-year sentence. The woman survived and fully recovered. The last thing you'd expect to see in a mall after hours is a child, let alone a ghostly one, but that's exactly what a mall security guard in Brazil claims he captured on video at 2:30 in the morning. The footage, later shared on Reddit, shows a small figure riding an escalator in the distance. Why the escalator was even running at that hour is a mystery on its own. The guard rushes over to check it out, but when the camera pans up, there's no one there. Just silence and shadows. Then, as the guard turns around, a faint figure in white suddenly darts across the floor behind him, skipping into darkness. A commenter translated the Portuguese in the video. The guard says, "See, what did I tell you? Look at her there. This is the second time I've seen her this week. I had to film this to prove it. No one ever believes me." Well, they might believe him now.